Tonight, I want you to forget everything science fiction ever taught you about the universe. Forget the heroic starships. Forget the easy journeys between galaxies. Forget the comforting idea that humanity is destined to spread endlessly across the stars. Because the deeper we look into the cosmos, the more terrifying the truth becomes. The universe is not just big. It is so unimaginably enormous that even light, the fastest thing nature allows, struggles to cross it. Every star you see in the night sky is separated from us by distances so vast that human language almost fails to describe them. And hidden inside those distances is a disturbing possibility. Humanity may never escape this tiny corner of space we call home. Think about that for a moment. Every empire in history, every human who has ever loved, suffered, dreamed, or lived exists on a microscopic speck orbiting one ordinary star. Beyond that lies an ocean of darkness stretching for trillions upon trillions of kilometers, a silence so deep that it could swallow entire civilizations without leaving a trace. But here is the strange part. The more hopeless the universe appears, the more extraordinary humanity becomes. Because against impossible odds, tiny creatures made of atoms somehow learn to question the cosmos itself. We are fragile beings standing on a small planet, yet our minds can reach beyond galaxies. We may be trapped by the laws of physics, but we are still capable of understanding them. And perhaps that is the greatest miracle of all. In this journey, we are going to confront the brutal scale of reality. We will explore why the universe may be too large for humanity to ever truly escape, why faster-than-light travel could remain forever impossible, why the stars may always stay beyond our reach, and why the silence of space is far more frightening than most people realize. And by the end of this video, you may never look at the night sky the same way again. When we look up at the night sky, our minds automatically shrink the universe into something emotionally manageable. The stars seem close enough to touch. The galaxies in photographs look like glowing islands peacefully floating through darkness. Science fiction has trained humanity to believe that the cosmos is simply waiting for us to conquer it. We imagine giant starships crossing space the same way ancient sailors crossed oceans. But reality is far more brutal than imagination. The universe is not merely large. It is so absurdly enormous that the human brain struggles to truly understand what those distances mean. Space is not an ocean separating continents. It is a nearly infinite abyss where even light itself moves too slowly. The nearest star system to Earth, Alpha Centauri, is about 4 light years away. That sounds small until you remember what a light year actually is. Light moves at about 300,000 kilometers every second. In 1 second, light could circle Earth 7 times. Yet even at that impossible speed, it still takes 4 years just to reach the nearest neighboring star. Human beings, meanwhile, travel through space like insects crawling across a continent. The fastest spacecraft ever built by humanity would still need tens of thousands of years to reach another star. Civilizations rise and collapse in shorter periods than that. Entire languages disappear. Religions are born and die. Mountains change shape. Yet a spacecraft would still be drifting through darkness, barely closer to its destination. The frightening truth is that the universe seems designed to prevent contact between distant worlds. Space is not crowded. It is almost completely empty. Imagine shrinking the sun to the size of a basketball. Earth would become a tiny grain of sand orbiting dozens of meters away. Neptune would be kilometers distant, and the nearest star would still be thousands of kilometers away. That emptiness is the true structure of reality. Most of the universe is not stars or planets. Most of it is nothing. Endless nothingness stretching beyond imagination. Human biology makes the situation even worse. Our bodies were not built for cosmic travel. We evolved under Earth's gravity, beneath Earth's atmosphere, protected by Earth's magnetic field. The moment we leave this fragile environment, space begins attacking us immediately. Cosmic radiation tears through human cells like invisible bullets. Bones weaken in microgravity, muscles decay. The mind itself begins to suffer from isolation and confinement. Even astronauts on relatively short missions experience disturbing psychological effects. Now imagine spending decades inside a metal cylinder, drifting through eternal darkness, without sunlight, without fresh air, without the comfort of a living world beneath your feet. A journey to another star would not resemble adventure movies. It would resemble imprisonment. Generations might live and die aboard a spacecraft without ever seeing the destination. Children would be born in artificial corridors, grow old beneath humming machines, and die before reaching another solar system. Humanity talks about becoming an interstellar species, but few people stop to consider the horrifying scale of sacrifice involved. Entire lives would vanish inside the journey itself. Then comes the ultimate problem, the speed of light. Modern physics treats it not merely as a suggestion, but as a fundamental barrier woven into reality itself. No object with mass appears capable of reaching or exceeding light speed. The closer something moves toward light speed, the more energy it requires, and the increase is not gentle. It becomes catastrophic. To push a spacecraft carrying humans near light speed would demand amounts of energy comparable to stars. Entire planets could not sustain such energy demands. EMC2, that equation is not just famous because it looks elegant. It reveals that mass and energy are deeply connected. Accelerating massive objects to incredible speeds means confronting unimaginable energy requirements. The universe seems to place a cosmic tax on speed, and the price rapidly becomes impossible. Some dream about warp drives or wormholes, hoping clever engineering will bypass physics itself. But every serious proposal collapses beneath enormous problems. Exotic matter with negative energy may not even exist in usable amounts. Wormholes appear unstable. Warp fields require conditions beyond anything humanity can produce. Science fiction often assumes the universe secretly wants us to travel freely between stars. Physics suggests the opposite. Physics behaves almost like a prison wall surrounding every civilization. And even if faster than light travel became possible, another terrifying reality remains. The universe itself is expanding. Galaxies are moving apart because space itself stretches over time. Some distant galaxies are already receding faster than light due to cosmic expansion, not because they break relativity, but because the fabric of space expands between us. There are regions of the cosmos humanity will never reach, never observe properly, and never influence in any way. The universe contains permanent horizons beyond which information can never arrive. The emptiness between galaxies is even more horrifying than the emptiness between stars. Our Milky Way galaxy contains hundreds of billions of stars. Yet even crossing this single galaxy would require enormous timescales. But beyond the Milky Way lies intergalactic space, a darkness so vast that galaxies become isolated islands separated by millions of light years. If humanity cannot realistically cross a few nearby stars, then galaxies themselves may as well be separate universes. This realization changes the emotional meaning of existence. Humanity often imagines itself destined for cosmic expansion, but perhaps intelligence was never meant to spread endlessly through space. Perhaps civilizations emerge briefly like sparks inside isolated regions of the cosmos, forever trapped within their local neighborhoods. There could be millions of advanced civilizations scattered throughout the universe right now. Yet the distances between them may guarantee eternal silence. That silence becomes deeply unsettling when you think about the famous question, where is everybody? If life is possible, the universe should be full of civilizations older and more advanced than humanity. Yet the sky remains quiet. No signals, no starships, no evidence of galactic empires. One possible answer is terrifyingly simple. The universe is simply too large. Civilizations cannot meaningfully spread across it before collapsing, dying, or becoming trapped by the laws of physics. Intelligence may appear everywhere, while remaining permanently isolated. Even communication suffers from these limits. A message sent to a civilization 1,000 light years away would take 1,000 years to arrive. Their reply would require another 1,000 years. Conversations between stars become impossible. By the time a response arrives, nations on Earth may no longer exist. Entire species might evolve into something else. Cosmic communication operates on timescales so slow that relationships between civilizations lose all practical meaning. Time itself becomes strange at relativistic speeds. According to Einstein's relativity, time slows down for objects moving near light speed. T1 V2 C2. An astronaut traveling near light speed might experience only a few years passing while centuries pass on Earth. Imagine leaving Earth on an interstellar mission and returning to discover everyone you ever knew has been dead for hundreds or thousands of years. Languages transformed. Cultures erased. Continents politically unrecognizable. Interstellar travel would not merely separate humans through distance. It would separate them through time itself. Radiation creates another nightmare. Space between stars is not truly empty. High-energy particles constantly move through the galaxy. At relativistic speeds, even tiny dust particles become deadly impacts. A grain of dust striking a spacecraft near light's light speed could explode with devastating force. Interstellar space transforms into a shooting gallery where invisible particles carry enormous destructive energy. Ingenuant math Bach what all ways. Prefetch H2, 1 2 cont 2. As velocity increases, kinetic energy rises dramatically. Tiny objects become catastrophic weapons. Shielding a spacecraft against such impacts may require enormous masses, making the ship even harder to accelerate. Every solution creates new problems. The universe seems filled with interconnected barriers, all reinforcing one brutal message. Stay where you are. Human beings emotionally underestimate large numbers because evolution never prepared us for cosmic scales. Our ancestors survived by understanding forests, rivers, weather, and animals. Nobody evolved intuition for billions of years or trillions of kilometers. The cosmos operates on scales completely disconnected from ordinary human experience. That is why people casually say humanity will colonize the galaxy someday without fully grasping the physics involved. The phrase sounds simple because the brain compresses impossible scales into manageable ideas, but the universe does not care about human optimism. Reality obeys mathematics, energy, and space-time. The laws of nature are not inspirational speeches. They are absolute structures governing existence itself. And those structures suggest humanity may forever remain confined to a tiny region surrounding one ordinary star in one ordinary galaxy. Earth suddenly becomes more precious under this perspective. If escaping the cosmos is nearly impossible, then our planet is not merely home. It may be the only truly livable sanctuary humanity will ever possess. Every forest, ocean, atmosphere, and living creature becomes infinitely valuable because replacing Earth elsewhere may be impossible for countless generations. The universe is breathtakingly beautiful, but beauty does not imply accessibility. A mountain can be beautiful while remaining unclimbable. The stars can inspire wonder while remaining forever unreachable. Humanity stands on a microscopic world, looking outward into an endless cosmic ocean that may never be crossed, surrounded by distances so immense that even light struggles against them. trapped inside a universe whose scale quietly crushes every dream of escape, and so, after everything we have explored, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The universe is not a friendly frontier waiting for humanity to conquer it. It is a vast, cold, almost incomprehensible expanse where distance itself becomes a prison. The stars that inspire us may also be forever beyond our reach. The galaxies glowing across the cosmos may remain eternal mysteries separated from us by the brutal laws of physics. But perhaps the real story was never about escaping the universe. Perhaps the real miracle is that conscious beings even exist inside it at all, on a tiny planet orbiting an ordinary star. In one insignificant corner of the Milky Way, the universe somehow became aware of itself through us. Human beings may be small, fragile, and trapped by cosmic distances, but our curiosity is not. Our imagination is not. Even if we never touch the stars, we can still understand them. Even if we never cross the universe, we can still uncover its secrets. And maybe that is far more powerful than conquest, because in the end, humanity's greatest strength is not speed, power, or technology. It is the refusal to stop asking questions, the refusal to stop looking upward, the refusal to surrender wonder in the face of an endless dark. The universe may be too big for humanity to escape, but it is not too big for the human mind to explore. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I truly hope this journey through the cosmos changed the way you see the universe and your place within it. If this video inspired your curiosity, then keep questioning, keep learning, and never stop looking at the night sky with wonder. Good luck on your own journey of discovery, and I'll see you in the next exploration of the universe.